Okay. So this morning, we're going to be running for the Jordan 5 White Stealth. And I would like to do a quick guide for Spectre Footsites here. I think the easiest way to do a guide is to actually do like a walkthrough of a drop. So that's what we're going to do this morning. I have everything set up as I want to do it already. I might delete one of my task lists and remake it so you guys can see an example of what I'm talking about as I go through stuff. But yeah, it's pretty simple once you get it down, and I think the interface is done pretty well. So compared to other CLI bots that I've used, that may have been a little bit difficult to use. As far as the CLI, this is pretty easy. So let's get right into this. First, you want to... I made shortcuts to where everything is stored. So there's a shortcut to the actual application, and then a shortcut to my profiles, and a shortcut to my proxies folder within app data. You can do that by just right clicking and clicking create shortcut, and it'll show up here, and then you can drag that to your desktop. I think that's very helpful. So what I like to do is name each of my profile groups as whatever they want to call it, but I have only one profile in most of these. And then as you can see in proxies, I have a list for each of my profile groups because I'm running a bunch of different instances. I don't want them to be pulling the same proxies. So I'm going to run them all off of all of these profile groups off of different proxy lists. Somebody was asking me, they weren't sure what an instance is. Basically, with Spectre, because it's a CLI bot, you can run as many instances as you want. You just click on it, open it. You'll run a task group in here. Click on it, open it. Run a different task group in here. So the way I'm doing it is I have all of the slots that I'm running are separate instances for like each site. So like this is my profiles. So Paul Champ Sports, Paul Foot Action, Travis Footlocker, Travis Champ Sports. Like each one of these instances is only one site, so that way once I check out on that site, I can just close that instance and those tasks won't be running anymore. As far as making tasks, once you have your profiles and proxies in the bot, I'm not really going to be going over this. You just have to know that it's going to be, once you have everything in the right place, as long as your formats are correct. I'm not going to open these to show you the format. There is an example format in the download when you download Spectre, so make sure you look at that. The one thing that had me tripped up for a little bit is if you have more than one profile in the list, after the last bracket you need a comma, and if it's just only one or the last profile on a list, you have to remove the comma. So if your profiles are messed up in any way and you try to make tasks, Spectre will just crash immediately. So yeah, you got to make sure your profiles are in the correct format if that's happening. So once you have your proxy list and your tasks or your profiles in, you can open up your instances. Okay, so I need to make, actually here, I need to clear the list that I'm making first. So I'm going to remake this Kids Foot Locker tasks. So use your arrow keys to maneuver on the interface, Footsites. So then you select your profile group, which is in, the profiles. It's each one of these texts. So like whatever profiles are on each one of these, it's going to use all of them. So this is just one card, and then like some of these have multiple cards on them, so it's going to use all of those profiles if there's more than one in that. So I'm going to select, okay, here's the first one, and then like I said, I'm matching my proxy list to my profiles. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it's something I like to do to make sure my proxies aren't getting double used or double pulled or something. So okay, and then you want to get your skew. It's gonna be the same either one, but Kids Foot Locker copy. And then somebody was also telling me they were having an issue because they couldn't copy and paste into this, which you actually can. You just can't do Control V. You just have to right click and then it'll paste. So right click on your mouse and hit enter. Scroll down on your keyboard to Kids Foot Locker if you're doing that. And then you can do, if you press A, it'll auto select all sizes, so like random sizing. It'll toggle up and down on the arrow pad, and then press space to select the sizes. So I just want size 6. You can do arrange if you want. But I just want size 6. Then hit enter, and then your number of tasks that you want. So I think it was, let's do, and then Kids Foot Locker. Alright, and then all you would have to do next is start your task. So hit start task, get them okay, and then you'll hit enter at drop time. This is gonna be my first release drop that I've run for. I've run this for restocks a bit. I'm not sure how early before the drop you want to start, but I'm going to be asking Griffin, I think is, yeah. Oh, another thing, so your config.json, so this is where you're going to want to put your key, your webhook, so it'll say key, and then it'll have empty quotation marks. Put your key in, you don't have to put your key in between there, it'll already be there because if you already activated your bot and you started it. But for the webhook and to CAPTCHA and cat monster, it will be empty. So paste your webhook in between there. You don't have to mess with any of the other formatting, just click between the two quotation marks and paste. And then do the same with your to CAPTCHA key and your cat monster key. You do not have to use both like I did. I'm using both, but you do have to use one of them. So I like them both. I think they both work well. Cat monster, I don't know. Cat monster's pretty simple to use. They both are, if we're being completely honest. I just have cat monster because I have other bots that use cat monster. To CAPTCHA as well, but I just don't use to CAPTCHA quite as often. But yeah, you can do that how you want. And then if you ever want to delete a task list, you just come in here to tasks and you can delete whatever you need. Alright, it's about time. Okay. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Oh. Let me enter on my phone. TSB. Alright, well. This isn't good. Nice. Heck yeah. Got 2 on TSB. Three on TSB. Hey, we got one on ECB. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have the webhook in. Oh no. I don't know how many I got on ECB. I've gotten 3 on ECB so far. Nice. We got another one on ECB. There's another one. We back running with good proxies. So quick, I'm gonna go over this while I'm running here. Earlier today, we got a bunch of rate limited and banned proxies just because they've been being used for the past. I've used the same ISPs for probably about a month now, or 2. It's been 2 months. And they just got banned at some point. So those didn't really work well this morning. You could see some of these say rate limited on here, but most of them just say sold out, which is what you want to see. You just want to see all red. If you're seeing the yellow captchas and stuff, something's wrong. Your proxies are either flagged or just not as good as they could be. You want every request to be just sold out or waiting for restock, just like you see here.